The Snake Prince was being burned by fierce flames. Just as he was about to be roasted alive, a kind farmer reached out with his cane and pulled him out, then poured water from his flask to put out the fire on him. To repay the farmer's life-saving kindness, the Snake Prince decided to take him to the Snake Kingdom to meet his father, the Snake King. Since the journey was long, the farmer entrusted his sheep to his deer and followed the Snake Prince, traveling over mountains and rivers, across grasslands, and deep into a forest. At last, they arrived before a giant stone slab. The Snake Prince slipped into the slab in a flash, then ordered the farmer to pry it open. When the farmer did, he was shocked to find a bottomless staircase underneath. He followed the Snake Prince down, and to his amazement, at the end of the stairs lay a dazzling underground palace covered in diamonds. Two ancient guardian serpents stood watch at the entrance. The legend of the Snake Kingdom was real. The Snake Prince led the farmer into the palace. Inside, everything was gold and jade. The walls glittered with treasures beyond imagination. On the throne sat the old Snake King. Upon seeing a stranger intrude into his palace, the king erupted in fury. With a whip of his mighty tail, the ground shook as though an earthquake had struck. The Snake Prince quickly rushed forward and explained, "This farmer is my savior. If not for him pulling me out of the fire, I would have lost my life." Hearing this, the Snake King decided to reward the farmer. He offered him two choices: the ability to understand the language of animals, or a great bag of gold and silver. But he could only pick one. The poor farmer fell into deep thought. He did need money, but the chance to understand animals was once in a lifetime. Finally, he chose the latter. The Snake King summoned him forward. With a few flicks of his tongue and a breath of mystical energy, the farmer instantly gained the ability to understand animal speech. Before sending him off, the Snake King sternly warned him, "You must never reveal that you can understand the language of animals, and you must never tell the authorities about the existence of the Snake Kingdom." The farmer returned to his pasture and resumed his dull routine of herding sheep. Life was as monotonous as before, until one day, he overheard two little birds chatting in a tree. If that farmer knew how much treasure is buried under this tree, he would never live in poverty again. The birds never imagined the farmer could understand them. The farmer rushed home, drove his sheep away, and quit his job. That very night, he returned with tools, chopped the tree down at its roots, and dug all around. To his joy, he uncovered a huge pot of gold and silver. Overwhelmed with happiness, the farmer was no longer poor. He bought a grand villa, married a wife, and from then on lived a prosperous, peaceful life.